See, I was going to leave it alone. I was going to leave it alone. But you're not going to sit up in a box and lie. Stephanie. You over there fixing to make them motherfuckers look stupid. No victim was lost because of Desiree. That girl got where she needed to be via police. Because what you were doing, wanting to send another man to the home with the victim, would have gotten her hurt. Hold on, let me play my phone up. Well, Nola, open the door. Open the door. If it's hot, open the door. Matter of fact, once said victim got to the Penelope house, here, we tried to find her one further away. Hey, Ice. Hello. No, I was just sent a clip of Stephanie in a box, lying her ass off. No victim was lost. That victim was removed by the police, and you would have never known about it. But you did. You put her in harm's way by trying to send Nola and Kevin there to deal with a drunken man. You wanted them to go ahead and drive, leave their house, and go straight to Mobile. And let them sit there. It wouldn't have helped her because the girl did not respond to you. So they would have sat there for hours. Hours. I don't know. Hey, Lexus. They would have sat there for hours. You were sending them into DV situations are the most violent situations. Those are the most dangerous situations. They are dangerous, even more dangerous for police to respond. You do realize that, right? That is one of the most dangerous situations to even send like officers into, let alone civilian people.
I just want to say this, and I'm getting off this out this box. If you got a problem with me, take it up with me. Don't bring my kids into it. Don't talk about my children. Don't associate yourself with my kids. Leave my kids out of it. You got a problem with me, you know where to find me. But leave my kids the fuck alone. My kids don't get on this app. My kids don't deal with people on this app. They deal with me and who I let them associate with. Leave my fucking kids alone.
Now, when y'all
This is the leprechaun that they were talking about.
Nola, when you went into Stephanie's live that day that there was a victim in Mobile, did she not tell y'all to go ahead and head to Mobile, and then she'd send you the address once you got there?
Yeah.
Okay. In a live, that victim ended up not needing anyone to remove her. The police ended up getting called by the neighbors, and the police took her where she needed to go. Not that Stephanie, y'all. I'm talking about Stephanie, what is it, a femme, something. That victim wasn't lost. That victim then got to where she needed to be because of the police had to get involved because it got violent, which it would have been a lot worse if another man would have showed up in the mix of a DV situation. Right. Anyway, that victim then wanted to leave, but that facility would only take her up to 60 miles away. And I told her, let me know what you are wanting to do, what direction you are wanting to go. I will look at different places, and I did just that. Never heard from her again. Never heard from her again. But she was already out of the DV situation, so don't sit there and say anybody lost a DV victim because of me. Because she was out of there, baby, and you didn't have shit to do with it neither. You ain't getting in my box. You said what the fuck you said over there, lying your ass off. She was removed by the police because the neighbors called for her. Because you wanted to go in there and lie. I, in fact, do have messages to prove what the fuck I'm talking about. And I've cropped it to where you can't see her name. And I will, in fact, show them. I, in fact, will show them. You're not going to lie on me. That's what you're not going to do. Most victims do go back. They do go back. She was terrified. And they wouldn't take her more than 50 miles or 60 miles. And they told her that if she left, they couldn't help her get away from there. They would only take her 60 miles. I offered to take her to Montgomery. I did. No, man, we've had messages since then. Since then, Stephanie. Since then. When I spoke to her, she was still in a facility. No, Stephanie, you wouldn't have had time. You sent someone there and the police ended up having to get involved. The police ended up getting involved. You sent Nola and Kevin to sit in Mobile and never let them know another fucking thing. That's why I messaged you. Because you were sending two people that have not been involved other than Nola being personally involved in situations like that. Kevin couldn't have went. He shouldn't have been there, period, legally. And you didn't give a fuck. You were going to make that situation worse. You told them to go ahead and go to Mobile. Do you understand that they would have sat there? You did it in a live. Stephanie, you did it in a live. What do you mean? Yes. She did it in a live and told Nola to go ahead and head to Mobile because I have a friend named Satrina that was also in that fucking live that was on standby. Yes. Are you, Tiffany? I'm not having to spin it, Stephanie. You wanted to send Kevin and Nola, two people that don't know shit about Mobile, wanted them to walk up in a situation that was already violent. And everybody already knows Kevin is a convicted felon. He has one more strike and he is gone for the rest of his fucking life. So even if he went there to help that girl, he would have been trespassing. He would have went back to prison. You are going to get someone killed. That is what you are going to do. Yes, the girl that was hiding in the closet. Stephanie, I told you. I messaged you and told you me and Nola would go. Kevin can't. First of all, the worst thing to do is to send people, especially another man, into a DV situation that was already fucking violent. Already fucking violent. So you're sitting up there wanting to play, what? Savior? What is that you say? Most victims go back, what, 8 times before they get ready to leave? Before they do it, they finally get out? You are hold on, you're a fucking liar. Because you told me, no, let Kevin and Nola go. Hold on.
Hi, friend.
Hold on a minute.
Whether you've had another pneumococcal vaccine or not, ask your doctor or pharmacist about Tepvaxis.
Let me airdrop it. You didn't know Kevin was going? Her and Kevin were able to go. Someone able to carry should be going, and preferably men. Sending men into a home with another violent man in a DV situation. This is you. This ain't Nola. This is me and you talking. I said, it's been an hour with no contact. What's her name on TikTok? I want to see if I know her. Oh, I'm carrying regardless because it's Mobile. Mobile is worse than Jacksonville. An hour away is as close as we get. Nola said her and Kevin were able to. I called her and told her everything she said and let her know I was texting her because I didn't want you to think you were being shared my live just to be a dick. That's why I called. You did know he was going. After you just sat over there in that live and lied your ass off? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You knew what the fuck you was doing. You don't even know who Kevin is? But you said that you were sending Nola and Kevin to get a victim that was in a violent situation? You needed someone in Mobile or close to Mobile. That live was shared to me roughly 30 fucking times. Because everybody knew that I was close to Mobile. In the entire live, the whole fucking live, you were...
Reach out because when you was live, Steph, I said, well, I'm close to Mobile. And you was like, oh, I know exactly who Nola is. I'm a caller. And you called me that day. And we had a conversation, and I told you me and Kevin was going to go. I don't even know why you called me that. And then I got on the phone with Des and another person. I don't want to drop her name, so you did, but I don't want to drop her name.
But you said we lost the victim, but right here it says he's in jail and I'm in a shelter. She was scared that he was going to find her. It's usually how it works. You said to take men. You told me not to worry about it. I said, Kevin isn't going. I am. You know what? Let me just flip this goddamn camera around. How the fuck up? Kevin isn't going. I'm the blue. Des, bring him too. I said, no. 2 women is not safe. Des, you know I am not, I ain't wrong. If he wasn't there and on site, that would be one thing. He's there. So, you knew he was there. You knew he was there. I didn't say he couldn't go to Mobile. He's a convicted felon and should not be walking up in a situation that's going to end in violence. And I said, how do you think that man's going to feel with another man pulling up? It will put them all in danger. It'll put them all in danger. So who gave more fuck about the volatile situation? Because it sure as fuck wasn't you. You wanted everybody to just to run out. But I ain't letting nobody pull up until he's in cuffs and they're done with her. That was after After you said they need to go carrying. After you had held multiple fucking lives. After you were giving financial security, false financial security to women that were leaving DV situations and going to shelters, putting their cash apps up. Giving them a sense of false security. You don't see anything wrong with that. But do you know that after you and your friend Chantal fell out, how much shit come out? Nola didn't ask Kevin to go. She didn't ask that. When she went in the live, me and Stephanie had already fell out over a lie on a phone call that she was lying to another creator. When she decided to go live, it was shortly after that call she went live, and that live was shared to me 30 different times. I was like, listen, I'm not going in there right now. I ain't doing it. I did not know it was for a DV victim until I received a call from Nola. And then Stephanie texted. When I said I would go, she told me no. Let Kevin go. 2 women going is dangerous. It's also dangerous for you to be sending another man into a violent situation in a DV situation. Is it extremely dangerous? No, you're good. Hello, y'all. It is. And the thing is I told her, I don't mind going. You let me know where the fuck I'm going, baby, and the PD would have met me there. But I would have been strapped. I'm not walking up in a situation like that. Male or female, it don't matter. DV is the absolute most dangerous situation. She got out. She was removed. The neighbors ended up having to call the police. He went to jail. When he got out, she did go back. But that is normal. I'm not gonna bash that girl. That is actually normal. She probably did. She probably did. Because she's trying to spin it as, I'm the reason the girl went back. No, I'm not. Most victims do. It's 7 or 8 times they leave before they are done. Most all go back. Yeah, a lot of people leave. And some of them go back. Especially if that person was the sole provider for them. That financial security. I don't know. But her getting on there, like when the victims, right, when it's, a lot of times it's a trauma bond, but and that's normal. There's nothing wrong with a trauma bond. Eventually, you will get to the point where you break it. But her getting on there, posting their cash apps, and all the things, giving them a false financial security. And they're like, okay, so we got this money right now. But when that money runs out, what the fuck do they do? And when they get to the shelter, they don't need a whole lot. A lot of times they provide all that. And what they don't provide, there are organizations that will. Like the state of Alabama has a victims fund. An entire fund for victims. Mm-hmm. But just got in the whole live and said, I'm the reason she lost a victim. No, girl, I'm not. But you're someone that's not in the state of Alabama, nowhere near this girl. And had you have responded instead of trying to play fucking, oh, nope, I want the pat on the back. I didn't make that victim out herself. You did that. Because I said if she's not responding to you, just maybe with me or Nola being so fucking close, maybe we know her. Well, not really Nola, but me. I'm from here. Maybe we can intervene. Maybe if I knew her name, we could find out if there's been DV calls. That will help. Because then we could alert the police department to show the fuck up if she's locked in a closet. Pamela, you'll get there. You will get there. One step at a time. You will get there. I don't feel that the Cash App should be shown with their name on live. But while Stephanie's doing all of this, Stephanie better sweep her front porch. Because one of them victims she raised all that money for is now her spouse. So while you on the live lying about me, look at the shit you're fucking doing. Look at it. You are quite literally... Oh, hold on, Natalie, baby. You should be able to now. You aren't going to continue to lie on me when all I did is when you got on an entire live panicking, freaking the fuck out for this victim. Thank y'all. And I said, give me what information you can about her. We are here. Let us handle it. But you wanted to do it all on a live. You wanted your hands in the pot. Diamond, baby, you can't change them. You can't do that. You can try. But you can't love somebody out of that. One day, I hope that y'all love yourselves more than what you love them. There's a way of doing it on live and not ever putting the victim's information out. You can't claim that you're doing it when other people are the ones supporting it. It is an absolute team effort to help a lot of these women. A lot of them. When I tell you that not just that, but there's a lot of things that could go wrong in sending another man. You knew Kevin does not sound like a girl name to you, does it? It don't. And you knew he was a man. You knew he was a man because you said, women shouldn't go. It shouldn't be women. Blah, blah, blah. You wanted to do everything you could to keep me from knowing what the fuck needed to happen. And I'm the one who told Nolan and Kevin, don't head to Mobile yet. We don't even know if this is legitimate. Yes. It can be very detrimental. Very detrimental. I still have people messaging me to this day, and I'm sending them resources. I'm calling resources for them. Getting things set up to where when they are ready and they are ready to get out, they got it. Because doing it on live could get them killed. And that's being honest. Pamela, if you will message me, baby, we will figure it out. Mobile absolutely has a lot of DV situations. Them officers hate. Like that is one of the one call, that's the main call that they hate getting. Because every time it usually turns into a, you know. Like a Hatfields and McCoy's moment. Mobile is rough. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Most all cops hate DV calls because you never know what you're really walking into. It can be just a verbal tiff. It can be a push and shove, or it can be life or death. And most always, you don't know. You don't know until you were there, and by that time, it could be a little too late. Mm-hmm. I know, Brittany. But to hear Stephanie say it, I just ruined it, and I'm the reason she went back. No, I'm not. Isn't that what you and Chantal preached on all these lives? They usually go back 7 or 8 times. That's normal. We're gonna keep trying. Weird. Fucking weird. The live didn't have a goddamn thing to do with you, and you just could not help hopping up in there because it had Nola's name in it. Fucking weird bitch. Talking about we're a team, but I'm not gonna tell you shit. Yes, Rhonda. Yes. Well, I don't know if her girlfriend went back. I do know that her girlfriend was one of the ones that was pulled out of a DV situation. Pamela, baby, if you message me, we will do what we can. Oh, thank you, Diamonds, baby. Did she? Of course she fucking did. Of course she damn did. Oh, thank you. Thank you for those. Those are so cute. Oh, Rhonda, I had no idea. This live ain't even about Shorty, you dumbass. Her name's Trina, by the way.
Why y'all so worried about Kevin? Kevin is peacefully right here.
Why did you create a call that involved a child? What's the real question?
And he is just minding his own little business, playing on his phone.
Oh, I lied. It's Shorty's little cockroaches.
You too, Ash.
I know what his story is. That's crazy. She literally sat in your box and said, I told you that I was bringing Kevin. Cool. I didn't ask you to bring Kevin. I don't know Kevin's long list of felonies. I didn't even know he was a felon. Well, the fuck? I have Nola too, though. I could pull those receipts. It's crazy that you're talking on me when I helped her out of hers. I filled her pantry not once but twice. Got her kids' school supplies too. Yes, ma'am.
I got my kids' school supplies, and she filled my pantry one time.
Yeah, help with some cash apps for gas money. How many did you help get out? 11. How many? I'll wait. 11. Baby, I don't just help on the internet. I help in Monroe County, too.
And 13 kids.
I bet you did. I bet you did.
23 women, 13 kids. I'm about to get live tonight and go help a mama save her house that got out. How many did you get out? How many of those 23 were you a part of? Crazy.
It's funny because y'all want me to tell y'all a secret? So when her and Chantal fell out, those numbers were vastly different. It was a lie. It is. It is a lie. It's always a fucking show for her. But on this app, it was 11. 11 women and 6 children on this app. Nola as my witness. I help in Monroe County. And it's done the right way. The way that it took me getting educated to do it safely. But anything that I've done for any of these women, I do not ever get on here. Never thrown it in their face. And I'm not going to. I'm not going to drop their names. I'm not going to do any of that because they don't deserve that. They're already fighting to survive. Fighting to stay out of it, to not go back. You look foolish. And to say you also helped Nola get out, why are you victim blaming? Victim shaming. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why are you victim shaming? Oh, because my numbers on this app don't match the figures you're throwing out? Right. We throwing out victims' names now. Stephanie is. She puts her cash apps up to give them a false sense of financial security. And when that money runs out and they go back, it's everybody else's fault. That's what Stephanie says. Stephanie wants a pat on the fucking back and ain't getting it. She's going to end up getting someone out of 23 women that you helped remove. How many went back and you ain't heard from them again? Do you know if they're safe? Do you know if you put them in a bad situation by helping them on live? Publicly putting them in a box. You know why I quit doing anything with you? Because it was always about the fame that come from it. When I made videos, it was we did this. We helped. That was when victims weren't named. But when you decided to get on live with this last one with Mobile, it was I was it. That was done. I was done. Because you're going to get someone unalived. You are going to get them hurt. There are resources that we utilize for a reason. She is. And she doesn't see it that way. She doesn't see it as a fucking problem. But with that Mobile situation, the way it ended, it was very, very violent. That victim went back. Most victims do. They eventually will have the strength to walk away completely. And when they are ready, we will still be there. I'm not going to sit and continue to put these victims in my box and say, all right, y'all, here they are. Here's the victim. This is their name. Here's their whole ass cash app with their first and last name. Please, let's publicize it and pray to God their abuser's not on here to find it. Thank you, Harley. You're going to get someone hurt, and you don't see it. And instead of helping women out of these situations to get help, What are you doing? Right. And please tell me where Stephanie can help them change their name. She can't. Alabama has a whole victims fund where they can file and get free attorneys here. Free attorneys. They have a victims fund to help them if they need to get started. Right, user. And you're fine on, please do not block that user account. Please let them sit. If they are not being nasty or talking about something that's not pertaining to this live, please don't block them. Some people want to be in here anonymously and it's fine. Yeah, Florida does too. Right. And we probably could have been a hell of a team, but I can't fuck with publicizing a victim. I didn't ask for that victim to be outed. I asked why. When I asked you, was there always an excuse? And you were like, oh, I was helping another victim. Even more reason for you to give me the information for me to try. Considering I'm in this area, I know the area, I know the resources, and I know how to do it safely. Instead of going up in there like fucking Wyatt Earp. Like the fucking Wild Wild West up in this bitch. That's fine, Nancy. Thank you. But I have multiple women that are on standby in different states that has sent me if they have state funding. If they know resources outside of what you can find on Google, because a lot of it, they keep it private. For the reasons of it's a safety issue. Safety. It's dangerous. Wyatt. It's just how I said it. A cowboy. It's just how I say it. So quick. But I can still help people and not do it on a live. I still get messages daily. And I don't have to go live about it. It's raining. Oh, well, thank you. Yes. Well, Pamela won't be dealing with other folks. She'll be dealing with me. If she wants me to help her, I don't mind. But it won't be done on here. Matter of fact, there's 2 in here right now. 2. And I ain't gonna call their names out. They in here right now. 2 that I helped. And it was never on the app. I still speak to them. Still speak to anyone that I've helped on here. Well, as far as DV situations go. Thank you, Destiny Baby. Right. And if I needed views, I'll just get on here being loud. I'll just get on here spitting at my phone. If I need validation that day. But I'm not going to do that. But Stephanie, what you're doing can absolutely get someone hurt. That is why me and you went at it. That is why we had issues. Because you wanted it to be just you. So you could say, look what I did. Look what I did. But the money's coming from the chat. Not out of your pocket. There's people in different states going to pick them up using their vehicles, putting themselves in danger and all the things to go get these, happy Monday, these victims. But you're wanting, what, a pat on the back? What are you wanting? Because it will never end well for the victim with the way you're doing it. Sunshine, you can message me, baby. So, go ahead and try to spin it your way. But people see what you are doing is dangerous. That is why I couldn't do it anymore. I could absolutely get on here every fucking day and argue with people. Every day. I could get on here every fucking day after I see these lives where the sneak disses are thrown at me. I'm not doing it. I'm not. Because too many people involved, someone is the odd man out. And if it saves someone else, I'll be the villain. If you say I did it, fuck it. YOLO. You say I'm a liar, I'm a liar. There's very few things that I'm going to get on here and address when it comes to whatever shit you talking about me. I ain't doing all that shit anymore. I ain't doing it. But I'm also not going to let you get up in a box and say I'm the reason that that victim went back. I gave that victim resources. Offered transport. Hours away. Never heard from her again. I offered to use my vehicle on my dime to get her wherever she wanted to go. Whether it be with family or whatever. Never heard another thing. I would assume that is when she went back. And that's okay. Because if she was to reach out to me again, I'd personally go get her the right way. And I'd take her wherever the hell she wanted to go. Exactly. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. And I pray that it works in a manner that when she is ready, she is able to get out safely and never turn back. Thank you. I know a lot of people in Jacksonville. I appreciate that. Thank you. The victim didn't even know about me until the following day. Victim didn't even know I was even that close to her until the following day, but she was already out. He was already in handcuffs and in jail. Because, see, then Stephanie got in KP's box. That's when me and Stephanie went at it. I know you are. Thank you, baby. Look, we got someone in Louisiana, too. I appreciate y'all. Stephanie got in that box and was like, well, I was busy helping another one. At any point, you've got to realize cramming them on top of each other, you're going to end up fucking up. Angel, oh, you're not far from me. I'm 30 minutes from Atmore. Hold on, y'all. I just got to miss. Spread loves in another damn live. Another live, y'all, with my name plastered. All these folks are going to be thinking it's me of the things she's in there saying. Baton Rouge. I don't mind helping, but I do feel that if it can be kept off this app, it needs to. This app is public. Oh, hold on a minute. You should be able to now. It is. Yeah, she just went in a little live. They just sent it to me. Yeah, no, that is not me. I went and changed my whole name. You know what? I will do that. And what I need to do is I need to start writing all of it down. And that way, if we need to use it, we can. Oh, Crystal, I am so sorry, but I really hope that you are doing better now. I know y'all do. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are great. I love that. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I really do. But what I will say is if you know someone in a situation, you're going to help them, keep it as private as possible because their life may depend on it. Okay. I go next month for my EEG. Yes. Keep it as private as possible because, you know, yeah, absolutely. But with Monroe County, they have a whole system, and I've actually had the pleasure in the last couple months to do classes and stuff like that for me, mainly so I could understand that, and it gave me something to do. With everything going on, that sitting still too long bothers me. So it's been great. Over here we're a team, and it ain't just on me. You know what I mean? Right, Maddie. It should now. Try again. Um, yes, Andrea, I do. If you'll message me, I can tell you. Right. I'm feeling good today. I'm burnt, but I feel pretty good. I feel really good today. I've had a good day. Thank you, Terry, baby. North Carolina. That's what I need to do. We need to hold a live where I can write everything down. That way I can get in contact. But here's the thing. I will never send you straight to that victim unless I know it is clean cut. 9 times out of 10, it may just be able to help. Because here's the thing. Local sheriff's departments and PDs can get them into a shelter faster than you can because there's an intake. There's a whole process with intake. And sometimes some of them are full and don't have beds, so you have to find another one. And most of them won't drive past 60 miles. So a lot of times that's when others have to, be involved to transport. Right. But they do work with us. If we, for instance, 2 weeks ago, there was an incident here, in Monroe County, and it could have been very bad. But the police department in Monroe, they worked pretty good, and then that one ended up in another state. So we love that. We love that the further they get away, Absolutely, Amanda. So we just we just got to be smart about it. I'm not ever going to knock someone for wanting to help. As long as you're doing it for the right reasons and you're not putting anybody in danger. I'm not bashing Stephanie at all. In a sense that there's a lot of women that need help. Abso-fucking-lutely. And the more people we can get that will offer resources and all the things, but after all these classes, what she's doing is dangerous. And holding the lives and everything like that is dangerous. I was shared a live the other night. I lied. It was probably like 3 weeks ago. And I went in the live, and this man is literally in this lady's face, and she's got a baby in her arms on live. And I didn't want to report, because if you report it and they take live access down, then how will you know if she's okay, her and the baby? But it took him hollering just enough to know a location. It was about 15 minutes later, police department showed up. Abusers don't care. They don't care if you record them. They don't care if you're live. They don't care if you got family around you. If they want you bad enough, they'll take you out, and they don't care. I didn't call, but one of the ones in the chat did, and they showed up quick, like, and in a hurry. But that's all I wanted to come on here and clear up. I'm not getting back on here anymore today and day. So if y'all hear anything about me, believe it. If you think, oh no, Desiree would never, just believe it. Shit, let them have their day. Just be safe about it. I'm out.